was not born into darkness. I was answered by it. The night I died, Ravenhurst wore its oldest phase. Gas lamps flickering like dying saints. Fog coiling through iron streets as if the earth itself exhaled. Bells rang somewhere far away, slow and familiar, though no funeral had been announced for me. I remember the cold first, not the cold of winter, but the cold of knowing you are no longer alone. You walk as though you're already grieving. A voice said behind me. I did not turn, I knew better. In Ravenhurst, if the dark speaks to you, it is already touching your spine. I mourn the living, I answered. They never know when they're about to lose themselves. A soft laugh amused ancient. Boots crossed stone, I smelled old rain, and blood that had learned patience. What would you give, he asked, to never be powerless again? I finally faced him. His eyes were not red. They were deep, like looking down a well and realizing something was looking back. Everything I said, if it meant I could choose who I become, that was the wrong answer, or perhaps the only one that ever mattered. The attack was not violent at first. He held my face as one might hold a relic, careful, reverent. This will hurt, he murmured, but pain is only the door. What comes after is clarity. His fangs slid into my throat, like confession into sin. I remember my heartbeat fighting, panicked, frantic, until it slowed, until it surrendered. The world collapsed inward, sound warped, light fractured, and then silence. I woke buried beneath stone, not metaphorically, literally. My nails split as I clawed upward, lungs screaming for air they no longer needed. I broke through soil, coffin wood, and centuries of fear with a strength that felt borrowed and permanent. I knelt in the graveyard, rain soaking my dress, blood humming beneath my skin like a choir learning my name. I laughed, then I cried, then I understood. You live, he said from the shadows, most don't. I stood, trembling, not weak but new. What am I asked. He stepped into the moonlight, and for the first time I saw his scars, not on his body, on his soul. You are a choice, he replied, one that will haunt itself. looked at my hands, at the hunger coiled in my veins like a beast on a leash. Then I will starve it, I said. I will not become you. Something flickered across his face, regret, pride, warning. Every vampire says that, he whispered, until the hunger teaches them truth. But here is the truth I learned. Immortality does not strip you of humanity. It tests whether you ever deserved it. I learned to pace my thirst, to hunt without killing, to endure centuries while others burned bright and died screaming in their own excess. I became restraint. I became memory. I became the quiet fear whispered among reckless young vampires who mistook cruelty for strength. They call me weak. They call me outdated. Lucien calls me a liar to my own nature. But I have watched monsters rise and fall like failed gods. And I am still here, because I did not let the dark decide who I would be. I chose. And in Ravenhurst, choice is the most dangerous thing a vampire can possess.